Hello, everybody. So today I'm going to have with me on the live Yuko. Yuko is an amazing person that is now doing lots of interviews, lots of lives on Instagram. She's part of the movement makers. So the movement makers are just like it's just a movement that has been created by Evan Carmichael to promote the dynamic on all what is Instagram, YouTube, all this kind of social media to be able to help people to develop their skills, their abilities, their passions, and all that. So, one of the members of the movement makers is Yuko, and this person that I will soon see on the live is an amazing person. So I'm gonna just try to help you to discover this person, discover what she does, how she does it, and of course invite you to go and join her on Instagram because she's doing lots of great things. Every day she puts a show on. Every day she does a great thing, and she really try her best to like give lots of good energy, lots of good vibes to everybody, and lots of happiness to everybody. And I'm going to invite her. She's there. So I'm trying to invite her now. I might do that. So we'll see how it works now in the live. Let's see if I can see her now. He's working on. Hey, yes, perfect. It works.
Hi,
Hi,
how
how
are
are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm perfectly well.
Yes, thank you for inviting me over. Thank you for your time, Maribel.
Yeah, that's a pleasure. That's a pleasure. I really wanted to invite you today because you make part of the movement makers. You are someone very helpful in the group, very dynamic, lots of good vibes, lots of good energy, and
Thank you.
really I wanted um, to yes, just make that people can start to know you more and hear a bit about your story also. Hear a bit about your story and what you're doing on the lives, what you're doing
Yeah.
on the movement maker also, how you what it's bringing to you, those kind of things. Can you tell us
Okay.
a bit about all that?
Okay, thank you. Well, first of all, I'm very nervous, right? I find it it's nervous to be guest. It's easier to interview, right? It's easier for me to interview people, but it's like I find it really nervous to be a guest, actually. So I'm gonna do my best. So, all right.
Sure.
So, okay. So you had sent me a couple questions, right? Before,
Yeah, absolutely.
right? Yeah. So my path. So I can just
Yeah.
follow your question, right? So my path is why I am doing, what I'm doing or why I get here, right? That's right. That's correct.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay. So my path is just, like I just had, how do I say? I'm a people pleaser, as you see. I want people to be happy. It's a joy. It's a joy, like make people please, right? But also sometimes do too much and then just expecting myself to just I don't know what I say, but it's like kind of if you people please too much, like gets low at the same time, like low self-esteem. That's why just like oh I have to, because I don't have enough confidence who I am. So it means I have to please people.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. But one day I realized it's like, ooh, it's not working because most of the time, I act uh, like just forget about just make myself happy, and then I just like act just okay. I'll just focus on other people. I forgot to focus on myself,
Hmm.
right? And then so that's why we're just like that's how I found Evan's movies. I'm not movies, YouTube. right? Because you search when you just like, okay, how do I do it with self-esteem and like how do I be confident, how to be happy. And then I just found Evan's video, YouTube. So that's how I just like, oh, this is so good. But as I'm doing it, I can just like watch, just make me happy. But I was so afraid to take actions,
Hmm.
right?
But now you're taking
So
actions every day.
I am now, but 5 years ago, I was super afraid. Everyone sometimes talk about me. I was super shy. Actually, I wasn't, it's not like I can say hi to everybody, but I was super shy taking action for myself,
Hmm.
right? And
Okay, that's
then,
interesting.
yeah. And then like, so I find it like, you know what? I have to make myself happy. How do I do that? And Evan told me, you have to, when you face the fear, you have to take an action. You gotta beat the fear. And that's how you try to be more confident. And if I'm confident, starting to get confidence, I starting to feel happier myself because I starting to have less fear, right?
Yeah.
So, and I started not afraid of what the other people think. That's kind
Hmm, that's
of
interesting.
recently, yeah. But before that, I get tired. Oh, maybe so many women felt the same way. We get kind of tired of just living inside. Like, like, oh, I'm not good enough. What if I
Hmm.
do something what I want? What if my maybe family against it, friends against it, right? Am I getting too old for this and that? Like we always, I don't know, we are really good at finding we're not good at it.
Yeah,
The
finding all
women,
your insecurities.
yeah, yeah, super
Yeah.
insecure too. So that was my path. I just wanted to. Sometimes it's a struggle. I'm still having a struggle to say what I want to say because
Hmm.
I just wanted to say what I have a moment. Oh, this is what I want to say, but I hear voice here. Oh, nobody's listening. Nobody's care. Who do you think you are? Right? I
Hmm.
hear the voice, and then when I hear the voice, I just like, okay, I better not say anything. So I just gonna go back in my like little closet.
Oh, okay, okay. That's interesting
That's
because
my
you
path. Yeah.
yeah, and so now you're doing everyday life. Does it have an impact on your path and how you feel?
How do I feel now or before?
Yeah, because you do everyday life
Yeah.
with someone. You do either in Japanese, either in English, and with everybody that actually you know and that can bring value. And so my
Hmm.
question is like, how do you feel now? How does it bring value to yourself?
Okay, but to be honest with you, every life I go on, just it, it makes me nervous. It makes me
Hmm.
worried. And then because I always feels like it, I want to do it so good. I want to make Albert time. I want to just, how do I say, makes you feel good too and make me feel good. But like, it just, that's why I study. I kind of like, trying to make it better. That's why I write down all research. But it's just every life makes me nervous. But I tell myself, you go do don't you don't need to make it perfect because I'm such a perfectionist myself, right? As long as you try, you do your best, you know, that's gonna be
Yeah,
okay.
of course.
I have to tell myself to be before life, just do your best, you know. That's all. That's all. Be you go. And then I go
Yeah,
live, yeah, yeah,
yeah, that's important, as you say, to just say like, oh, are you gonna be yourself? Do who you are, do you go, and not do something else is
yeah,
important.
yeah.
And also, I mean, the fear of being online, on live, on direct is quite normal. I don't think anybody like that is wants to be serious, wants to be participating in a live, will just be like, okay, I do it, like just brushing my teeth or whatever. So just that I think there's always a bit of a emotion, what's going to happen because you try to do your best all the time. So that's kind
Yeah.
of yeah, a normal way.
Yeah.
And well, I mean, it's kind of a normal path to that. So it's kind of good. It's healthy in some ways.
I guess so. Thank you, Albert. Yeah, so it's still nervous. That's why I have to get up when I do have a live. I have to get up like 3 hours before, just make myself ready, right? So yeah. Otherwise, just like oh, it even makes me even more nervous if I don't get myself ready, get up early and everything too.
Yeah, and now I saw that you in your name there's coaching. You want to do
Yeah.
coaching. Can you tell me a bit more about that? I'm quite interested to know what you want to do, how you want to
Oh,
do it.
thank you so much. Well, I haven't exactly like full time started yet. I'm still kind of figuring out. I try this and that, but I want to be a coach. Like I want to encourage, especially women around my age. Like I want to encourage the women to have 1% courage
Hmm.
every single step. Like all you
To
need
give me
is,
the-
yeah, like 1%. All I'm I'm same way. It's hard. It was so hard for me to even have 1% courage, right? Because sometimes we see such a perfect women, such a perfect people. We see up there and just like, no, I don't think I can be like that. So we don't start it, and it will
Hmm.
just go back in the hole. So
Yeah.
I believe everybody has it's awesome, right? I have to tell myself to actually. Everybody's awesome. Everybody has a light, right? Like
Yeah.
Tessa Marie always said, like I agree. We always pink diamond inside ourselves.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. So in order to do that, like it helps if you have 1% courage. Whatever you want to do, whatever you want to be, right? If you want to lose, say like 10 pounds, we can start from 1%, just a little thing. And then if we keep doing that, one day we're going to lose 10 pounds for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like, whatever. It's just like, it doesn't matter. Like, maybe some women, just like me, we wanted to just uh, express who we are, like maybe social network, right? Or blog or vlog and like YouTube, whatever. But we're so afraid to start because other people's going to just expectation, what other people's going to say, like Evan always say. So it took, so I see some women, they tell me like, oh my gosh, I want to post something like blog, but I'm so afraid to say something, post. I haven't started yet. So
Hmm.
I just like, I want to encourage first 1% step is better than no step, right? Just
Okay,
write
you want
down, yeah, ABC and post it.
okay, you want them to just like improve every day a bit more, every day a bit more and a bit more and a
Yeah,
bit more.
bit more,
And
bit more.
is this the reason why you're doing every day? You do a new video each
Yeah,
time? Is to also like give a bit of an example to say, okay, see, I'm afraid, but still do it, so you can do it too.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So B, my showing B, showing up me like IG Live or like YouTube, not perfect enough. And then I just believe that gives a hope, that gives a courage to other people. Like, oh, Yuko's doing that. She doesn't even speak perfect English, but she's doing that. So maybe I can do that, right? Just
Yeah, of
embarrassing
course.
myself is so important, right?
Yeah,
So
what is interesting is like everybody that I mean, you say you don't speak perfect English. Your English is still pretty good, and to be very clear, it's just like I think everybody is afraid to embarrass oneself
actually,
because
yep, I agree.
when you go into in a video, when you go in a live like today, we just say okay, so we just are going to show ourselves to the world, which means that we're gonna have criticism of people that
Yep.
don't like us or don't like what we do, and we're gonna have like nice feedback from people that like it. So,
Hmm,
but
hmm.
in a way, what people think is not really any kind of our business in many ways. It's not a story.
Yeah, yeah,
So it's important to just like try to to seek to help the people that he could help.
Yeah.
And that's the good thing. That's what I quite like, because I quite join you when you are on live and listen to how you speak, how you interact. I saw also the live that Petra is there, for example, and
No, yeah.
I can see that you really like want to take out the best out of people, make the people feel comfortable, and
Yeah.
so have a proper discussion and see how you can help other people, how you can transmit
Hmm.
and give information to other people. So I find it kind of amazing. So for me, it's kind of like
Yeah.
as soon as I see that you're connected and I'm available, I'm trying to say, okay, let's see what she's going on and how she's going
Yeah.
to like promote people, help people, and try to give a bit of a sparkle to everybody.
Thank you. I'm glad you see that way too. Like, I'm very happy. Thank you.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, it's like
yeah.
as you were saying, it's like seeing a bit the sparkle in everybody. That's a very nice
Yep.
dynamic. I had a question too. It's just like I mean, you are often posting also like some post on a bit of fashion, a bit of cooking. So what's all these things that you're posting? Can you tell me a bit more about that?
Well, fashion is because I'm a woman and I'm a hairstylist, right? So I do believe it doesn't matter. The nose is small nose, eyes are like not pretty, or it doesn't matter the feature. Like if you do the best, what you have, all the women, we can shine. We're beautiful, right? So I want to just show, just help to give a courage for the women. And because if like if I am like if I am super beautiful, so okay, so if I had a face like actress, say like Nicole Kidman, I don't know, I just give up, and then
Okay,
if I
that's
post it,
like
everybody's gonna think, oh my gosh, you guys so beautiful, perfect, just, and then they just don't really relate it to it. They think it's like up there. But if I just kind of show myself a little bit of makeup, fashion, just like, oh, if you can do it, maybe I can do it too. It's so relatable. And then food, actually, how did I start posting food is I have lots of female clients, right?
hmm
And then just like my situation, have family, work, like children's, everybody busy. And then there are so many women, they said, oh, I don't know what should I cook for dinner. They're
yeah.
always, that's a like hot topic in my salon. What do you cook for dinner? So, I just like, oh, say maybe if I post, because I always love cooking since I was little. So I just like, you know what? If I cook, like, something like I can post. If I post something I cook, maybe help my friends and clients. That's how it started. Give idea
That's
too.
true. Makes
Yeah,
sense. Makes
yeah.
sense. Yeah.
And they
And I
love
can see also
it.
that's good. And I saw also your son cooks too, I think.
Hmm?
Your
I'm
son
sorry?
cooks too? Your
Yeah,
son
oh
cooks
yeah,
too?
yeah. I
I
didn't
can see
teach them
that.
cooking. Yeah, I didn't teach them cooking, but they told me because I always cook. They saw me cooking. That's how they learn. And they eat, right? That's how they learn. And I just like, I'm so happy, because I always think like, I always tell the kids, like, if when you get the wife, when you're married and you know how to cook, wife will be super appreciated. And wife's gonna think, oh my gosh, I'm so lucky. I won lottery.
That helps a lot. That's for sure. That's for sure. Okay,
Yeah.
you tell me
Yep.
a bit like let's say imagine that we are in 5 years time
Okay.
and you advance in your coaching and your
Yeah.
project. How do
Yeah.
you see yourself?
I see myself, I'm still helping people. Like, if people want to be IG live, but they don't know how, I still tell them. Or like, I want to have, there's some people, they want to have a courage, be confident. I still keep bring people in. Like, okay, you want to be on my IG live? That really helped to build 1% courage, 1% confidence. I will still bring people in, and then if the people they don't have a nerve, they don't have a courage to be on IG live, I tell
hmm
them I can coach you, but you have to pay, right? And also, I see myself, this is not clear vision yet, but in my hometown, or like, I live, I'm born from, it's such a beautiful place. I'm from South, my hometown in Japan. Beach,
Yeah.
palm tree, just like a Florida, right? And there's a beautiful hotel by the beach. So I see myself having a seminars or get together with a bunch of ladies from everywhere. And me and some like how do I say, the people like confidence coach want to change the world. We get together, we're just giving a seminar at the beautiful hotel by the beautiful beach. I do have a vision. That's like 5 years, but I'm not sure yet. But what I see in clear, because what I'm doing right now is I want to help, just like me 5 years ago. So afraid to say, I want to post something, but so afraid to say, so afraid to post first video or, first IG live. Or, they start making excuses. Oh, I don't know how to be on video. I don't know how to just start requests. So I'm not going to start. I just like, no, I will help you. So you be on my live. And then I've got some feedback from ladies, right? The people past my IG live. They said, I just like, one lady, I was so happy. She said, I got different view now. I used to have like this, but after a night after I had an IG live with her, she said my view was a little bit up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can validate herself. That's great. That's great.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
And so for the next 3 months, what do you would like to do? So you're gonna do more lives, same numbers of lives every day, or what are you going to do differently?
Next 3 months is I want to do lives too, and then I want to do more IG lives. I want to post on YouTube. I don't know. I want to work on webinar yet. That's technical reason. And then at the same time, I also have my day job, hairstylist too, right?
Yeah.
So next 3 months is going to be, probably the lockdown is going to be over soon. So it's going to be a juggle, but I'm not going to quit what I'm doing right now. Like coaching and, posting IG live. So next 3 months, I'm just going to still do it IG live because it really helps me out too.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. When you do an IG live, it helps to just like speak, get fluent, get also like fluent in your mind and your image. Because being fluent speaking is good, but I think that for me, you're pretty fluent. I understand you very well, especially I'm French, so I've got my own accent and so on. So it makes it always for me also a bit difficult sometimes to understand all the accent and so on. Actually, I've got no problem with you at all.
Thank you. I love your accent, though. I love your accent.
That's very sweet. and so what I mean is just like what is interesting for me is just like to see that I can see that you gain in confidence each time. And when I saw your first videos and I saw now the videos and how you're going on live, I can see it's a huge evolution since the moment that you start, that you are like doing your, let's say your presentation, your happy day starting and all that.
Yeah.
And now you're starting to have much more like interviews, starting to have more people, interact much more with people. You prepare, I could see the interview was last week. Interview you prepared to look at the profile. It was like really like almost like a journalism interview. So it was very interesting. And so it was like really like an evolution in what you were doing, just much more like let's say really interactive, not only talking, but really like just giving much more dynamic. And so people take bits out of it. So learning things. And so for me, it was just like, okay, that's interesting. What are they speaking about? What is the interesting profile of this person? There was one guy that was presenting, he's also a movement maker. He was presenting, he's like a media company. and giving all the details of the media company,
Oh,
how you're
yes, yes,
working and so
Mark.
on.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I just look at it, and I could see that really there was a huge evolution since the first video that I watched to now. There's a humongous difference. And so the
Thank
1%
you.
per 1% actually
Yeah.
is a very good rule, as you were mentioning. And if you can coach people to go into this dynamic, saying, okay, we're gonna improve every day 1% in your communication. We're gonna
Yeah.
improve every day 1% in your style. We're gonna improve every day 1% in your maybe your way of feeling good about yourself, either by
Hmm.
like you said, because if you speak more about with women, it's just like, okay, how do you feel comfortable with yourself, like putting yourself in front line,
Yeah.
or how do you feel comfortable with yourself, also taking care of yourself, because it's
Yeah.
also a part to feel comfortable, and also how you feel good about yourself, because behind the scene you organize yourself, you make yourself feel good, you still have your job, things to do, but you still manage to get better. And bit by bit, at the end of the
Hmm.
day, the person, when she goes on live, she's feeling really good. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
she can do it without like any fear, or less fear, because you're always a bit afraid when you start, because you say, okay, is it going to work? Is it going to be technical problems or not? What's going to
Yeah.
be happening? But at least I find that really, I mean, this idea of 1% is a very good idea to transmit to people,
Thank you.
and then
Yeah.
to
I
make
love the
people like
idea.
evolve. Yeah, that's
It works
great.
for me. Yeah.
Yeah, also like it's what is interesting also is like you try to do several things, like you say, because you got also like a salon also aside. I mean, it's just like, okay, let's try to balance both, like how
Yeah.
you go in front of line, how you take care of yourself, and how you take care of yourself to be in front of line.
Yeah.
Because when you are in front of a camera, obviously you have to try to look as good as possible, still being natural or not, depending on your style. Because
Hmm.
you were mentioning, I mean, Kidman as an actress before. I mean, obviously they have lots of people behind, and not
Yeah.
everybody has a whole team behind to do the makeup, to do the
I
hairstyle,
know.
to prepare the clothing, and all that. And so every woman and every man too, because we have to do that too when we go on live.
Of
Not maybe
course.
not the hair, because the hair is not a problem, but at least
You
the
have to
rest.
make it perfect, right? The man.
Yeah,
I get
sorry,
it.
polish it.
Polish
And
it.
so,
Oh,
yeah,
polishing is good. I polish my forehead too, actually.
yeah, we do
No,
that too.
it's
And
important.
so,
Yes.
yeah, it's good, it's good. And so what I mean, just like it helps the person to be also like by herself, even if she doesn't have the team like
Yeah.
actresses or people,
Yeah.
because we see the actress in front of the camera, we never see all the team behind. There's 20, 30 people taking care of them.
Yeah.
So with coaches and so on. So, I mean, in a way, you're trying to help people to be a bit more into the media, the stream
Hmm.
media by themselves and with your help. So
Yeah.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you. Because I do believe, like, you don't, yeah, like you said, you don't need professional people behind it. Like, you know what, you can take care of yourself, you can do something by yourself, and then 1% looks better.
yeah,
Right, like, just that's why sometimes once in a while I just show how to style quick, not the hard way, just one
yeah,
curling iron, just make it a little curl, and then it's not too hard, it's not too hard to make it look better. Just like all you need sometimes one curl, that makes a difference, right? So I want to just help like the women around me, or like in maybe beyond this phone. I don't know how to say.
yeah,
It's just like
yeah,
little
absolutely.
things, little things. Yeah, little things makes a difference. And you can do that. You don't have to wait anybody show up to help you out.
Yeah, and if
Eventually,
you
you need
if
a help, but yeah,
yeah, but I mean, it's where you come into the story, because if they need help, then you're there. Then you
hmm
can
hmm
help them to either have a look on their looks, or have a look on how they
yeah,
can be more confident, and push them a bit to do the 1% more a day. Because
yeah.
after 100 days, 100% more.
I
If
know
you
that would
if
be
you do
nice.
1% a day after 100%, 100 days, 100% more. So
Wow.
in a way, just like you can really make a difference. And so it's a way that's true where you can help out and say, okay,
Yeah,
if you want me to help you out in the process of
yep.
bettering 1% more, 1% more, I'm there. So yeah, that makes sense. Bit
Thank
by bit.
you, thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you.
That's
So
great.
you,
And
yeah,
one last question
last, yep,
is it,
one
yeah,
more.
it's yeah, one more question. That would be like let's say for you, uh, what do you expect from a coach? What do you expect from a coach? As you are willing to be a coach, what do you expect from a coach? What's important for you?
What do you mean, like, expect from me?
No, for example, if you say like you
Yeah,
want to be a coach for someone,
yep.
what do you expect from a coach? What is important for you in the fact of
It's
being a coach?
important for it is like important for me is make sure you're gonna be yourself, or I have to be myself.
Okay.
That's most important things. Like when I for my client, right,
Yeah,
or myself, just be yourself.
that's
That's most
interesting.
important.
Yeah,
That's my
that's very
one word
interesting.
too. Actually, everybody make fun of me. That's too bad. It's but then one of my friends said, no, no, you go if you put the hashtag, that's one word. Like be yourself. Hashtag, hashtag has to be one word, right? When you put it.
Yeah,
So it's like, no, no, no. If you put a hashtag and that's a one word. And then Evan said the other day, if you put a hashtag, you own it, right? I think Evan
yeah.
said the other day, I'm just like, that's nice. So I like to be I like to be like, authentic, like by
Mm,
be yourself moment. I
yourself.
love to
Yeah.
have be yourself moment. I want to live more be yourself life.
Mm.
And then I want to just more people, especially I'm a woman. So women, I more target women to be themselves. And
Yeah.
I believe if your wife or if your mom, whoever around your woman, right? If they are happy, I'm sure that make men happy too, right?
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
what I
yeah,
think.
of course, yeah, it's much better,
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
it makes sense. It makes sense for everybody, for women for sure, for men too. If you are yourself, more yourself, and you manage to make yourself more alive and present in your life,
mhm,
so
mhm,
it's a bit more of you in your everyday life because we put like a persona on work and those kind of things sometimes. So when you feel a bit more alive and a bit more meaningful,
mhm, mhm.
because
Yeah,
it's not like you're just doing something else that doesn't make sense to you. Yeah, it makes sense to me
yeah,
too.
yep. And it
That's a
takes
good
courage
idea.
to be yourself too, actually.
Yeah,
Yes,
lots. Yeah.
very much my age. Yeah.
Anyway, thank you a lot. That was very sweet
You're
of you to
welcome.
take the time for me.
I had a
And
great time. Adabel, Adabel. I always try to
Albert,
pronounce your
absolutely.
name right.
Yeah, perfectly. Actually, just like I mean, sometimes people will call me Alberto, sometimes they call me
Alberto.
Albert, so it
Oh,
depends on the time. So, but
Ad,
yeah, you pronounce it perfectly. Yeah, absolutely.
Adabel. Okay, thank you, thank you. But I had a great time. I had a great time,
Me too.
Adabel.
It was great.
Yeah,
Thank you a
yeah.
lot.
Thank you so much. You have a great afternoon.
I will do that and have a
Yeah,
great morning because you're starting.
thank you.
Have a
Thank
good
you,
day.
everyone. Yeah, you too.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.